fear, that primal feeling that we gained through years of evolution, the adrenaline rush, the goosebumps, and the increased heart rate that our prehistoric ancestors experienced at any sight of danger, giving them that edge they required to fight harder and run faster. The same primal feeling that we get at the sight of danger that nowadays just serves to give us a massive heart attack while we just stand there shivering and peeing our pants, right? Also, we're scared of literally everything. The dark, the sea, ghosts, spiders, social gatherings, you name it. That fear that was so important to our ancestors is just a limitation to us, right? But then the question that arises is, why do we like horror so much? Why are we so addicted to that rush of fear that we feel when we are scared? In this video, I'm going to make no attempt to answer that. What I am going to do is list some of the moments or scares in popular media that left me shivering and sleeping with the lights on and constantly checking under the bed for that damn monster. Back when I was a kid, the first horror movie I remember watching and being scared to bits is The Grudge. I didn't even get to watch the whole movie. I don't know the story. I didn't even know the characters. All I knew was this shit scary. That is supposed to be an onryo from Japanese folklore. But as a kid, I hadn't seen anything like that in any other media. So the Grudge lady scared me to bits. And I used to be scared coming out of my room. In my hallway, I would meet the Grudge lady. At night, on the stairs, I would meet the Grudge lady. Well, nightmare fuel again. And I didn't sleep alone for months after that. I think Hereditary is the scariest movie I've ever watched, and I watched it recently. It slowly builds up tension, and it keeps that tension throughout the movie. There's mystery, and you never truly get the scope of the story. But the atmosphere, the chills, it's there. And it's there more than any other movie. I won't say much about this movie. I'll keep it vague so as not to spoil it, but I do urge you to watch it. It's amazing, and it's an experience you won't soon forget.
We interrupt this program to bring you Courage the Cowardly Dog Show, starring Courage.
This show was my childhood. Best show on Cartoon Network, hands down. There was really nothing like it. The show was scary to an extent, but it was just creepy. The characters were lovable, but the atmosphere that it maintained, the creepiness factor was always insane. And the comedy was always on point too, but it never really took off the edge, It always stayed creepy.
The look upon my young...
I remember watching Freaky Fred, the barber episode, and not knowing what's going on. And all I thought was, shit, Jeff the Killer has come to kill Courage. And oh, this scene.
Return the slab, or suffer my curse.
Just the way it's animated. It's a 3D person in a 2D world. Very uncanny, very creepy. But what needs to be talked about more is how Eustace replies.
What's your offer?
Nice.
We're the Senate. The minion.
The more horror media you consume, the more desensitized you get to them. This holds true in every other media except horror games. Because in movies or in books, you're watching or reading through what other people are going through. Whereas in games, you're placed in the world, and now horrific things are happening to you. Whether it was Silent Hill, Outlast, PT, FNAF, or any other game you can think of, the experience was and is unrivaled in any other media. Even the old Slenderman games and Granny gave me a good fright. After playing through hundreds of horror games, good and bad, and hours spent in Phasmophobia, I felt like I was used to them and that nothing would scare me anymore. And then I played Fallout 4 and nowadays, I get my fix from creepypastas, ARGs, cryptid tales, and urban legends. And I don't think I'll ever stop finding new ways to scare myself, because the thrill of fear never truly ends. And as Roosevelt famously said, the only thing we have to fear is fear itself.